I've been wanting to try this for a while. This is bread made with beer instead of yeast. Well, I mean, it's got yeast in it. And along with that, I made a corn casserole to go with it. So this is beer bread and a nice cornbread casserole. Let's make it now. So here's some ingredients we need. Flour, sugar, some baking powder, bottle of beer, some garlic powder, parsley flakes, some cheese, and some butter. And that's going to make our bread. So let's get everything ready to go. There's not a whole lot of prep work. This is an add-on. You don't have to put the cheese in. At the end I put some jalapenos in too, but that's about 100 grams, maybe half a cup of cheddar cheese. I've sliced it and kind of cubed her up, kind of like that. Looks good. Let's put it aside till we need it. And actually, I'm going to keep it cold. So while I'm waiting, I'm just going to throw it in the fridge. And I kept myself a little piece to snack on because I was hungry. All right, we need one big bowl, just like that. In comes our flour. Almost a 1 cup. There's a full cup. Second full cup. There, that makes 3 cups. This is 2.5 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and that is a teaspoon of salt. And you've got your choice here, 1 or 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, your choice. I went for the 2. Now we're going to mix all the dry ingredients together. I've also got that cubed up cheddar that I should have mixed in at this point, but I didn't, because in goes our beer. And as I'm pouring it in, I realized, dummy, you should have put the cheddar in first, just to mix it around, but you know, it's still going to work out in the end. So mix all that beer, and it's at room temperature too, the beer. You want to let it warm up from being in the fridge. Apparently it works better. So we'll mix all this together, and you can see it kind of works itself into a nice kind of moist ball, really. It wasn't really, yeah. So anyway, we'll get the cheese in next, and I'm just going to fold it all in. It'll work. It won't be pretty, but it'll work. And I'll just remember that for next time. Don't get so quick with the beer. But you can see how sticky it is at that point. It's still kind of wet. Now we need 3 tablespoons of melted butter. I'll put her in a little bowl. And I'm just going to melt the whole thing in the microwave. 30 seconds on high. Ends up like that. Give it a little mix. Now half of this melted butter is going in the bottom of our square pan. Like that. The rest we're going to put on top when we're done. And now we're just going to swish it all around the bottom. It's kind of therapeutic doing that. You know, you want to make sure that all your bottom's nice and covered. You don't want sticky bread on the bottom to have to fight with later on. Just take your time and go around the sides a bit. I guess the alternative too is you can just grab some Pam and spray it, which is what I'm going to do with the corn casserole. So in goes our dough, and you can see how kind of thick and sticky it is. Kind of reminds me of sticky pizza dough. That kind of consistency, because it's still springing back quite a bit. And I'm trying to spread it out, but it's not gooey enough to really spread, so I'm trying to use my knife and push it into the corners as best I can. A little bit of effort, but it'll still work. Just keep at it. And I'm trying to make sure it's somewhat even in the pan. You know, I hate lopsided bread. Or pizza dough or any kind of dough, cakes. And I know this isn't going to rise a whole lot. It is very dense. But that's okay. There you go. There's our beer bread dough with cheddar. And now for a little extra option, I've got some chopped up jalapenos. Those are going on half-ish because my daughter requested I not put it in the whole loaf of bread. That's why I'm sprinkling it on top. I think I would have rathered it be in the bread. That's okay. This will still be all right. And this will please my daughter, I hope. Actually, I know. This stuff didn't last 24 hours. So we're going to put it aside and on to our next, which is our cornbread casserole. You need a box of cornbread mix, a can of corn, a can of cream corn, some sour cream, and some butter. And that's all you need. Back to our big bowl. Into it goes our box of cornmeal mix and the can of corn, which I drained, the can of cream corn, which I didn't drain, and then sour cream. This is 1 cup. I probably put in a little more than a cup because I wasn't really measuring. I could have gotten away likely with a half a cup would have been fine. Half to 2/3 of a cup would have been okay. So mix, 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 mix. We want all nice and combined. Just like that. Kind of looks like corny porridge. All right. We need our other square pan. There it is. Now this time, like I said, we're just going to spray it. I'm not going to mess around with the butter. There we go. Let's get our corn casserole into the pan because I'm waiting to go. I've got the oven all ready. Now, once this is done and spread out, you can see it's a little easier to spread out than the bread was. But once we get this spread out, that last little butter I had from our cheddar loaf, that's got to go on the top of the bread. So we'll do that. I don't think I even showed. I think I did it just before I popped them in the oven. Because there's our 2. I brushed it on top. I think you can see it. They're going in the oven 350 for an hour for one and like an hour 15 for the casserole. Here we're checking on it about the 40-minute mark. They're looking good. And I'm just going to flip them around just to make sure they're cooking evenly. Always important to do when you're baking things for more than 10 minutes. Give them a little twirl and let the front be the back and the back be the front. They're looking good. We're going to check on this at about the hour mark. And here we are. Well, this is actually the 50-minute mark. The bread, it's looking good, but I'm going to give it a toothpick test. Yeah, that's still got a ways to go. The corn casserole is not, I mean, you can see right there in the middle how it's a little lighter. Yeah, it needs to bake for a little while longer. That's why you've got a toothpick. Here we are. We're an hour in, and I'm going to take the bread out. But the cornbread casserole, still needs more time. And in the end, another 20 minutes got us right there. So there's our casserole. Come on, where's the other bread? There it is. I need to get it off the stove. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? We're going to let them cool down. And when they're cooled down, there's a piece of cornbread and a piece of the beer cheese bread. Yummy. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this in any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.